Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Panthers take over first down.
Now here comes Teddy Bridgewater, first-round pick back in 2014 as he looks to command this Panther offense. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 to Evans on the slant. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20.
Now Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
8 more yards.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs have taken a 1st quarter lead.
Such a fun for the point after.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your 1st drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They went 3 and out on their 1st drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down.
And a Panther 1st down.
Here's Bridgewater. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
Get off the field.
Devin White.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
35 yards.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
Teddy Bridgewater and his Panthers ready to go again. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could be
touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 68 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down. The throw there by Brady intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete. He was looking for Gronk that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic 3rd and long after that last sack. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line. The game. But it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, They don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Bridgewater able to get this to Thomas, his tight end. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not get there as the try for 2 is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up
looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Corn-Elder. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball up.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corn-Elder. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
1st down, and
that's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. He's at the 40, 20, 10.
Take off your helmet and give me a tip
next time. But hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. That penalty wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Bucs.
2nd down and goal. Bridgewater. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
It's 3rd down and goal.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bucs take over first.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 45 yards.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rob Gronkowski. Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he is not going to get to the goal line. The defense keeps him out of the end zone, and as a result, that's going to keep this game tied.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? To throw again on second down. Bridgewater got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Bridgewater now from the 50. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
17 yards.
To the air again with Bridgewater. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 20.
Bridgewater's pass intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation,
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Yetur Gross-Matos. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touch. Down. Slide for the PAT.
For the point after.
they will take a 7-point lead now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
For Carolina.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Very short kick taken right at the 20. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. Man open left side is Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well. And that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. McCaffrey following the penalty. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up.
Here's Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hey, David.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Flushed out right. He's going deep for he's got a man complete. 3rd down conversion. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. Again, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And now it's 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
At at the 20.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now second down. On second down now, it's Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with his second touchdown of the night. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here first and 10 at the 45. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. That catch good for only a couple. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
That he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his third pick of the game. Instead, it's third down.
It's third down. And 8 yards to go.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
12 yards there and a first down.
And a Panther first down.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down.
It leads to second and 10.
And again, it's Bridgewater. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30, 10.
This is too easy.
It's a pick six. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TD. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. Oh, nice move. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
That keeps the score. Buccaneers 48.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Trey Boston up to make the tackle. Brady going to look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually...
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 16. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Brady going to throw here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 38. There he goes, left side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
It'll be a loss of 15 on the play.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be 1 kneel and then handshakes. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Fourth quarter touchdowns as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, this is long since over, and some might...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when he snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
when her had it, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled
terrible. Too.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One last shot now for Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. As time...